Hello and welcome to Corner. This is episode number 63. This episode is the fifth and final video in a series of episodes where we will review a sample egress plan for an assembly space. The series will cover IBC requirements for occupant loads, number of exits, distance between exits, paths of travel, exit width, door swings, fire extinguisher locations, and egress signs. In our past episode 62, we discussed exit widths and door swings. In this last episode, we will continue from where that video left off and will cover fire extinguisher locations and egress signs. So, let's get started. Every egress plan should show the location of fire extinguishers. I have created a full video just on extinguishers. It is episode number 47. Please take a look at it, as that will make this video easier to understand. There are a few things to account for in fire extinguishers: the types of fires we need to prevent, the square footage each fire extinguisher can cover, and the distance to each fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers for Class A, B, and C fires are readily available and the most common extinguishers used in office and assembly type uses. Let's use a 2A 10B C extinguisher. This will address item number 1. If you saw episode 47, you know that a 2A 10B C fire extinguisher is sufficient to cover 6,000 square feet. However, is this sufficient for our building? After measuring the square footage of our building, we found that it is 4,580 square feet. Therefore, we only need one fire extinguisher based on square footage. However, since there are a large number of people, we will place 2 fire extinguishers, one near each exit. Remember, we can always exceed the minimum requirements. That takes care of item number 2. Last but not least, a 2A 10B C fire extinguisher is allowed a maximum travel distance of 75 feet for a Class A fire. After measuring various distances, we find that this point is too far from either of the fire extinguishers. It is actually the same distance as the path of travel we noted earlier. It is 109 feet away. To correct this, we can relocate the fire extinguisher to this location. That will fix this problem. And now we check our distances again. And guess what? Since we relocated the second fire extinguisher, we have found that this location is too far from a fire extinguisher, as it is 81 feet away. So guess what? Although we thought we had more than enough fire extinguishers, we now realize that we are actually short. So we add a third fire extinguisher and place it where the exterior door is again. And now we check our distances again, and we find that all points of the building are within 75 feet of a fire extinguisher. That takes care of item number 3. As far as location and having the right amount of fire extinguishers, we are now good to go. The last item on our list pertains to signs. To be specific, this video will not discuss the exit signs provided by lights, such as these. Instead, we are referring to the tactile signs posted adjacent to doors, as well as the maximum occupancy signs. Starting with the exit signs posted adjacent to the doors, IBC section 1013.4 titled Raised Character and Braille Exit Signs, it states, where exit signs are provided at an area of refuge with direct access to a stairway, an exterior area for assisted rescue, an exit stairway or ramp, an exit passageway, a horizontal exit, and the exit discharge, a sign stating exit in visual characters, raised characters, and Braille, and complying with ICC A117.1 shall be provided. In our project, we do not have any of these scenarios except exit discharge. We have 2 main doors that lead directly out, and they must be provided with a sign. Assuming we have a legend showing that sign type A is an exit sign, we place the sign on both exits. On the first door, we place it on the latch side of the door, and on the double door, we place it on the right-hand side, simply because most people are right-handed. The other sign required in an assembly area is a maximum occupancy sign. IBC section 1004.9 titled Posting of Occupant Load in part states, every room or space that is an assembly occupancy shall have the occupant load of the room or space posted in a conspicuous place, near the main exit or exit access doorway from the room or space. Since all rooms in this building are assembly spaces, we add that sign to the legend and add a sign to each room: the meeting room, the conference room, the multi-use room, and of course, the main auditorium. As per the code, we place it near the main exit of each room. This sign indicates the maximum number of people allowed in the room. And since we have already provided occupant loads to each room, the numbers are already on the plan. However, since the platform and auditorium share the same large area, we may want to clarify that the maximum occupant sign in the auditorium would include not just the auditorium occupants, but also the platform occupants. Now that we have tactile exit signs and maximum occupant signs on the plan, we are done. Well guys, that is all for this video in relation to fire extinguisher locations and egress sign locations. And guess what? That is the last video in this series. If you missed any, check out my channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section of the video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. What are you waiting for? It's free. If you know of others who will appreciate this content, please share my channel with them. If you enjoy these videos and would like to support my continued production of this content, please consider becoming my patron or buying me a coffee. A link to my accounts is included in the video description. Again, thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time. But for now, this is Archie Corner signing out.